designing buildings according to the Lego principle. This is an interesting approach where I'm looking closer at the industrial solutions available for building processes, and especially building planning in the project phase, but also in the execution phase when you're going to build the building. Because at least how it is in Norway, it's very common to use the same building method and the building structure for the whole building, except maybe for the foundation where it's normally concrete, and then you choose a solution for the structure for the rest of the building. I've been working now for a long time on a little bit different approach where we're trying to use wood as much as possible. Some have tried to do this, so it's not a totally new idea. It's been experimented with some buildings in Bergen, among others, and a little bit also inside in Norway using wooden structures for the whole building and large buildings. And the interesting approach here is what I call the Lego principle, is that you're starting with something very simple, and this is what I call the Duplo block in the Lego world, the easy building block, which is just there for the taking, and that is a traditional building module, which has the size approximately like a shipping container, normally a little bit wider and a little bit taller than a high-rise shipping container. But made in wood, you have a 5-ton Duplo piece, which you can put in the right usage on a building. Often this usage is spaces this module is good for, and offices is one natural thing. You can have a normal office in two normal offices in one of these modules, and then you basically have to put it on the truck and you deliver it to the building site, and you put it wherever this office then is supposed to be. But this doesn't work if you make a whole building out of these modules. It would be a very dull building, and you won't even get the spaces you want for this building. You're getting something, I don't know, it becomes more like a dead space. It doesn't get the lively feeling, and it doesn't give the right touch to it. So to solve that, I'm very much inspired by how gaming design is working, where you have to optimize the usage of 3D models. So you have to basically save a lot of space in the memory and for the processors also to track through. So, but thinking in the same way, you would like to use modules on maybe most of the offices for a building, but you don't use it for the lobby area, you don't use it for the canteen, you don't use it necessarily for the meeting rooms, except where you maybe have small meeting rooms, it could work. And you also want some special spaces, which are unique. And then to get all these different variations of spaces, you have to look at more Lego blocks than just the Duplo block, right? You need some what I would call Star Wars Lego, or you need some City Lego, or you need some other of the Lego branded products in this building. Some of it might be elements. Some in Norway we would then maybe use some wooden elements for walls, maybe for floors and ceilings. And then you have the module somewhere there, and then you have the on-site construction, which is made out of wood frames normally, and then you can get it totally unique in the way you want it. You might have concrete slabs in this building, so it's not about that, but you want to put together these different elements, making a more complex building to actually get this to work and to use as much wood as possible to save CO2. So this is actually a very interesting approach, I think, where we have different Lego parts put together, and especially when 3D printing is coming for full on the concrete, you could have you 3D print the foundations, and you then have some modules placed somewhere, which are some standard spaces. Then you have some unique spaces um, made on site, and then you have the larger spaces made with elements and prefabricated elements that are put on trucks and mounted on site. So, so by using these different tools we have available now in an industrial process, it's possible to think of it like a Lego building kit. And this approach where you actually think of it like a Lego, I really like that, because then it makes it easier to grasp the complexity in a way. So so this is the legal principle as far as I see that you put together these different pieces and you use modules where you can, where it's natural to do it, and you get the sound insulation properly, and you just lower it in, and it's already maybe even ready furnished. So you save a lot on time as well on the construction side. So this is an approach I think it's necessary to work more with, and also to get the industry to get this not only used in large towers like in Bergen and north from Oslo, but also in other types of building, and not only necessary in offices, but it could also be in industry. It could be for public buildings. It could be for many more different buildings. So yeah.